Welcome everybody to Coffee with Colby. I'm sitting here with Colby Clapp himself. How are you? Doing all right?
Doing all right. Colby Clapp myself, yes.
Yes. In the flesh. We're actually sitting down here at my house and just hanging out and talking, and it's always good to catch up and everything. Colby's actually been gone a little while, right? You came in Tuesday briefly.
Mm-hmm. I've been burning up the road.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Came in Tuesday, which some people helped us move some stuff down here. Worked out great. Other people met us. We unloaded it, got it all in the storage facility here. So
Yep.
I'm on the verge of being ready for a house because all the stuff's here in
Absolutely.
Winnsboro for the most part. But then we went from here to my mom's place in Rio Vista, south of Cleburne. And then yesterday, and that was Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we drove backward to McAllister because we closed there this after. I just got in back into Winnsboro just an hour or so ago because we closed on our house, so we are officially.
That's awesome.
Not homeowners at present. Don't know how awesome that is.
Not quite homeless, I guess. Yeah.
No, we're living with mom. So 41, living with mom.
Oh, my.
No, it's good. We're glad that my mom has the ability to
Absolutely.
house us for maybe just a month or so until we do find a house. And we've been doing some house shopping, but yeah, it's been a long week. We've been burning up the road like crazy.
Right.
So, but
man,
got my coffee, so
Absolutely, dude. I appreciate you coming in, and for those of you who don't know, this past week and this week and maybe even one more week or so, it's been really odd just kind of working around all that for you. And like we're sitting here on a Friday afternoon, and I think after this, Colby's going to go record a sermon for online worship. So he's kind of working late days, long days, and it does not stop for him. So unfortunately, we don't have him here all the time during the week right now. But I assure you, I hope you don't have to work this hard when you get here, because man, you are going and going and going. Man.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's always give and take, but
of course.
But no, next week I plan on being here Monday and Tuesday
Awesome.
and maybe Wednesday before I head back Wednesday night, and so get a little bit of normalcy established.
Definitely.
And now that we've sold the house, I'll kind of have maybe a more regular schedule at least until we go to move again. Then it's going to be hectic again,
Right.
But then settle. So looking forward to the settling part.
Definitely. I think that's something we can all relate to with everything that's going on, and with us still doing online worships, but even starting back with the physical in-person stuff. It's everybody's just ready for that calm that maybe we took for granted before all this. So well, hey, quick question for you. I know that these next few weeks and next couple of months are still kind of up in the air as far as timeline goes and when things will be happening. We're not real sure when we'll be able to open up fully with all of our typical gatherings and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just curious, what are some ideas maybe that you have for the near future? Not so much, grand ideas per se, but just some things that are, maybe coming up in your mind. Anything that you are thinking about?
I mean, one thing KT and I do is just sometimes sit around and chat and brainstorm a little about things we can do and possibilities. And I brainstorming with anybody. And so when it comes down to it, I guess, as far as my ideas or plans, for the church or maybe what I can even bring to the church, I want to focus at least for now just on getting to know the church and the church getting to know me. And when it comes to ideas and plans, like I'm always coming up with sometimes crazy ones, and that will prove itself, I think, before too long. Like, Eric, we got another idea. But what I really enjoy and like is whenever the members of the body, members of the church, come up with ideas, and I can just kind of help to
Absolutely.
be a support to make it take off or grow or adapt, and so I don't really see myself as the one coming in bringing these are the 5 things we're going to do now because they're the 5 things that work, and I can guarantee, and how much the Colby stamp of approval. I view my role as a minister to to try to see opportunities and take advantage of opportunities. But for now, I just want to learn what those opportunities are.
Definitely.
But even in the grand scheme, those long-term ones, I want to just promote an atmosphere of partnership and cooperation where we're helping each other, and I'm helping the church, and the church is helping me, and we're trying to maybe I'll come up with some crazy ideas every now and then, and that's okay. I like crazy ideas. So if you got some, I want to share in those, not just put those out there for you. When we talk about this, as far as you think about sometimes whether it be politics or maybe your job, that whenever the CEO or the administrator, whoever comes in with an idea of, okay, now we're going to start doing this.
Right.
And there's a collective groan, but if it's more grassroots, if it's more, the collective energy of all the employees working together doing something like, hey, I got an idea. Oh, yeah, that's good. Let's try it. That's has so much more potential than just the preacher saying, no, we're going to. So that's just how I try not to work too much that way. Although I got some ideas, and we'll see how and when we might get to them, or how they'll change over time. And I think the body of Christ is supposed to be organic. I mean, Paul used that terminology for a reason. I think that it's not static. It's not just start a program and continue it on forever. It's what can we do now in our place in our time to be the people of Christ, and reach others to the people, reach others for Christ. With what we have. Again, some churches in the Bible had a lot, others didn't, but that was not a mark of whether God approved of them or not. Definitely. In Revelation chapter 2 and 3, with the 7 churches. So anyway, that's how I look at it. So
I like that.
I guess for my answer, what ideas? Wait and see.
For sure.
For now, I just want to soak up who the Winnsboro Church of Christ is, and I want to be able to start putting out there who I am and how we can start working together.
Definitely. Well, I definitely think that, I've heard it a few times from people that, you might have heard it the past couple of Sundays, where people walk up and say, I feel like I know you, right? And I think that's cool. I think that's awesome.
It's strange.
It is. It is indeed.
It's cool.
But I really do hope that, even during this time where maybe a few of us are gathered at the building and a few of us are still worshiping online, that hopefully we can actually start bridging that gap for you of like, that's that person that I talked to on the phone those few times or whatever and stuff. So I think that's awesome, man. Yeah. So come to us with your ideas and just bombard them.
Absolutely. And we'll see where it goes.
It'll be good.
Just
awesome.
One thing I learned in ministry is that even being the preacher, it does not come with I get my ideas to fly all the time. Right. Or that they might not even get a chance. So sometimes as a preacher or as anybody, because we are a collective body, that nobody can say, "Ooh, I want to do this," and then because they said it's going to happen.
Right.
I don't think elders have that. We don't. It's not built into the structure we have as a church.
Very true.
So bombard me with your ideas. Just don't expect every single one of them is going to necessarily happen, because I don't operate with that. I don't operate with it. Every single one of my ideas is going to happen. Sometimes some of them shouldn't happen. They should. I'll present them like, "Oh, Colby, that's a terrible idea."
Right.
Oh yeah, it was a terrible idea. So
are you saying you're going to shoot down some ideas? Or?
Not shoot them down, but maybe just try to focus, because you can have too many ideas. You can be hands in too many pots, and there is something to be said for focus. But that's a balancing act that church has been doing for millennia now, and will continue to do. But as far as what's the best that we can do with our time and our energy and our efforts and our resources. So
that's so true, man.
That's a hard question to ask, but one we got to keep asking.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of our current situation and our minimal resources and the way that we're doing things, You've got 2 sermons to preach that technically will happen almost simultaneously for some this Sunday. What do you have for us coming up that you're excited to talk about?
Well, I'm calling an alternate, actually.
An audible?
Audible, that's it. An audible.
There we go.
That's what I meant to say. I'm calling an audible.
I like it. I
need more coffee. Calling an audible. The transcript in the bulletin is actually, I don't think, what I am going to preach on. I think I'm going to go. I was thinking about this as I've been driving, because I wrote that transcript on Monday.
Right.
A lot can happen between Monday and the next Sunday, as far as the preacher goes, as far as what's in his mind and what's been churning.
Especially on the road.
Especially on the road, you got nothing else to do but think. And so, but, and partially, I guess some of it might have come because of the events in Minneapolis over the past couple of days. I think we'll focus on the Good Samaritan. I actually brought it up last Sunday in my sermon because it has to do with love your neighbor. Because the question posed to Jesus is, who is my neighbor? That's a good question, and one we need to answer. Absolutely. And so, I don't know, it's been in my mind, and sometimes things are in my mind for a reason. So I'll get to that transcript some other time, or those ideas that were in that sermon. But I think we'll do the Good Samaritan on Sunday, tomorrow, because it's not Friday night.
This is Saturday
it's
morning.
Saturday morning, yes.
And I'm drinking coffee.
He's pretending. I'm authentic. I got real coffee.
I went with some milk instead. Something to take the edge off.
But Good Samaritan. I think it flows out of last week's sermon a little bit better, and maybe has something to say to our current national news cycle, and people up in Minneapolis especially that my heart goes out to. Obviously, I don't condone rioting or looting or anything like that, and that'll come in maybe with the sermon some, but I'm like, oh, they're still my neighbor, and I feel for the heartache and the pain that has caused all of this, after the death of that man. So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but that's what we're going to be talking about on Sunday.
I like it. So we encourage you to check us out online if you're staying at home still. We look forward to hearing from you if you are doing that. Be sure to check in with us. Give us a message or send us something online.
An idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bombard
and
away.
We'll get our guns ready to shoot it down.
KT said he didn't like it. I love the idea. KT didn't like it. So.
I heard it one time. I told an idea to a teacher, and they responded with, "Well, I'm not taking suggestions right now, but I'll go ahead and put that in the stack of bad ones." I promise I won't do that.
That's a great line.
It is, if you want to be really mean.
I'm not going to use it, but it's a great line. I would love that teacher. That'd be an awesome teacher to have.
I kept bringing suggestions. He never took them. Anywho. But if you're gathering with us in person, we look forward to doing that as well. It's been a blessing, at least for me, to just see everybody. It is a little different. It still feels a little odd not having everybody there. We certainly look forward to the day that will happen. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I love the Good Samaritan story. It's probably a close second for me to the prodigal son, honestly.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
But it is a close second. So
nice.
I look forward to hearing it.
Yeah.
Thank you all again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you Sunday or hearing from you.
That's right.
See you.